Okay, so you just hold it like that and be good.
I'm just gonna have to video you.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So if you are new, that was Matt Dean. He is our director, so he is like the main man. He gets last say so. He's the boss here. So we love Matt. This is Matt's. Is this your 8th year or your 9th year?
I'm in my 8th year.
He's in his 8th year doing this, so he loves it. And I'm telling you, if you're new and you get to know him, you're gonna love him too. If you're new, I know we've already talked on the phone, but I'm going to go ahead and reintroduce myself. My name is Brittany Horn. The kids usually call me Miss Brittany, and I have been the elementary youth coordinator here. This is my 2nd year, and before that, I was a teacher for 8 years. I taught at Knoxville Christian School, and then I taught at Cornerstone Academy in Morristown. I taught pre-K-4, kindergarten, and 1st grade. And so but this right here has felt like my home since I've been here, and so I really, really, really enjoy our program, and I really think that you guys are too. And you guys that have been here for a while, they're gonna love it, won't they? They're gonna love it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Ahadi, Justine.
She's giving me a great big smile. So, anyways, we really appreciate you all for coming out tonight. Can everybody hear me? Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go through a lot here, but it's going to be a quick amount of time, and then you guys can go home. So I want to start by also introducing Miss Sheila Jones over here. She is our intern this year. She was one of our AmeriCorps members last year, and she did an awesome job. And then the summer before that, she was our cook, and then this summer she was our cook again. And so this year we said, well, we gotta keep you. So she's our intern. So she is gonna be, she's gonna do a great job this year. We also have 2 AmeriCorps that should be coming our way soon. They are not here tonight, but I am sure that you will hear their names from your children, and so you'll get to know them, even if it's just they're your kids. But hopefully you'll also get to see them if you're coming in to pick your child up, and you'll get to meet them as well. Remember that this is a Monday through Friday program. We go from 3 to 5:30. We do pick up at the school, and then we close our doors at 5:30. And so we'll go through dismissal here in just a few minutes. We also encourage our families to join us for our Sunday worship services here. If you are in our drop-off zone, we do offer pickup for Sunday mornings, and we do bring home after Sunday morning worship and our Bible classes. But we do encourage all families that can join together. We do encourage that. So that is our basic schedule. When the kids come during the school day, they are going to come in every day, and they're going to get a snack. They're going to get a little devotional while they're having their snack. They'll have 30 minutes of gym. They'll have 30 minutes of a learning lab, which is mainly consisting of math and reading lessons. They have 2 days where they do online work. And we also try to do some fun stuff with it. So it's a program where we can track their minutes, and we try to do things for them. Like if the group itself gets so many minutes, then they get an ice cream party or something. So we try to offer some incentives as well. And then in the learning lab, they're going to have 2 days of hands-on activities. So it's going to be, a writing activity, a Lego building activity, something that involves something that's hands-on. So that's the learning lab. If I didn't mention it, they also get a 30-minute gym time. We normally about 3 days a week they get a free play, and then 1 day a week we try to do a structured game. And we also have somebody from the foundation that comes and does games with the kids, and we try to get him out here once a week. And he's kind of like their PE teacher. And this year it will be somebody new. If you've ever heard the kids if you guys have been here for a while and you've heard them talk about Mr. Tyler, Tyler was kind of like the PE teacher up until this summer, and then he accepted a job with the Emerald Academy School, and so now we have somebody new, but we know he's going to do an amazing job. Then there's also an enrichment class. social emotional lesson once a week. There's going to be a health lesson once a week. And right now, we are in the process of trying to get our music teacher from the summer to come back and work with the kids during the school year. He did a great job. He was from the Joy of Music School, and he did lots of stuff with the kids that was really cool this summer. He even had them playing violins, and so it was really awesome. So we're trying to get him to come back for the school year once a week. And then, of course, we'll have an art class as well once a week. Then about 5 o'clock, we have a homework time. Now, we always get questions about homework time, and we have always had it at 5 o'clock. So if you would like for your child to receive help with their homework, they need to stay at least until 5 o'clock. So between 5 and 5:30, that's when we do homework help. And then those children who do not have homework, they go into like a structured learning type class where they're, using Legos, they're doing Play-Doh, they might do a watercolor or something like that. So that's your basic daily schedule. So on Fridays, we do go on field trips, and I do need to add in with that. Sometimes with our field trips, we do get back a little later than 5:30, so just be prepared for that. But what I try to do when we are leaving the site that we are coming from, I try to text everybody and say we're on our way, we'll be there in 15 minutes and whatnot. So just know though that on Fridays, it is a possibility we're going to get back just a tad bit late. Our field trips are pretty awesome. We go roller skating, we go to a farm, we're having a field day. I know we're having a field day with Emerald Youth Foundation. And so we're just doing a lot of pretty cool stuff with the elementary group. So field trips are a big deal, but those are going to be once a month. Now, in the summer we do them every week, but in the school year we do them once a month. Now the other Fridays that we have, we really enjoy those because we do like a theme day. So like in September, we'll have a Johnny Appleseed Day. At Halloween, we'll have a Halloween party. Christmas time, we'll have like a Christmas party. And last year we did gingerbread houses, and it was amazing. So we're going to do it again this year. So we do lots of cool stuff throughout the week. I want to talk about swim. We do, for the new families, we have swim classes. And at the beginning of the school year, we're going to have 2 days where it's a free swim day. So we're going to go to the swimming site, which is the E.V. Davidson Recreational Center, and they'll just have free swim with lifeguards and a swim coach available. We do provide the swimsuits, we do provide the towels, we do the laundry. They don't have to bring any of that, they just show up. That's all they have to do. Now, in our past, we've had swim classes once a week, and then we have it like all fall semester and all winter semester, but this year we're doing it a little differently. So even for you guys who have been here for a while, this is going to be a little different. So what we're doing this year, we're doing it like 10 days back to back. So we're basically doing like 2 weeks. So those weeks are going to be November 1st through November 12th. So keep those dates in mind. And the free swim days are going to be August 20, I think it's the 23rd and the 24th. So at the very end of this month. And then let me mention one more important date. No, 2, sorry. Okay, so another important date to keep in mind is August 26th and 27th. Now I am going to keep in touch with you and make sure that you have reminders about these dates, but I want to go ahead and talk about it so that you are kind of prepared for what we're going to be doing. So August 26th and 27th is a MAP testing day. For those of you who have not been here before, MAP testing is a test that we give the kids. It's a reading and a math test, and it just kind of gives us a concrete idea of where they are in their learning, where they need help, because we do have tutors that come, and this is a way to help us determine, do they need extra help? So it's very important for the kids to be here on those days. We know that sometimes the kids are not going to be there every day of the week, but these 2 days they need to be there, August 26th and 27th. And I think that day, the testing is over at like 4:45, so we should be back here about right on time. September 4th. Okay, here's another one for everybody to keep in mind. September 4th. That is like the Labor Day weekend. We have decided this year we're going to have some fun with it. And we're going to take every family that wants to come, and we're going to go to Kentucky Splash. So, and so Mr. Matt, that will also include lunch that day? Yes? No?
Well, so you bring money for your lunch, or you can pack a cooler.
Okay, so if you are wanting to bring a cooler for your lunch, bring your cooler that day, or you can buy lunch at Kentucky Splash. But we're taking every family that would like to go. Now let me emphasize on this, it's a family day. So anybody that brings a child, the parent has to attend with them, or some adult has to attend with them. So that's why we're kind of telling everybody early, so that you can mark your calendars, you can make sure that work knows that you're going to be there. That's a Saturday. So, and we'll give all the details about that day when that comes, but just know September 4th we're going as a family trip to Kentucky Splash. Okay, now what I want to, after I've told you, all of the scheduling there, I want to let you know that we do have an attendance policy. They need to be here at least 3 times a week. Like I said, we know that there's going to be days where kids don't attend. They've got tutoring at school or something else, and we know that's going to be a thing. But we do need for them to be here at least 3 times a week. And we do ask them to be here at least until 5 o'clock so that they can enjoy all of the activities that we have for them. And 2, a lot of the stuff that we do, hello, how are y'all doing? A lot of the stuff that we do, it's important for them to be here as much as they can, because we are a program. It's not just a daycare, we are a program. So we do ask that they be here at least 3 days a week and at least until 5 o'clock. Okay, I just told them, mark your calendar. September 4th, we're going to Kentucky Splash. All families that want to attend, we're going to Kentucky Splash. So mark your calendar. Okay, I want to talk about our behavior system for just a second so that you know how we do here. So we have a pretty awesome ticket system that we have. We give our kids tickets when we see them doing a good job. We see them being kind to people. We see them doing their work really well. We give out tickets. When we get to the end of the week, we tally up the tickets and we take them to our ticket store, and they get to spend as much of their tickets as they want. They can save their tickets. It's kind of like going to the store, so the bigger of the thing that you get, the more tickets it costs, so they do a little bit of math, and it's a lot of fun. Now, when we have children that are breaking our rules, we handle it this way. We give them a warning, and then we take a ticket, and then that's when, if somebody needs to call me in, that's where I come in to help with taking care of the situation. I may need to make a parent phone call, and so that's one of the things that we do. I try really hard to keep a good communication system with you all so that you all know how your kids are doing and if I need some support in helping them make good choices. Now, what I want, let's see, we'll do this at the end. I would like for everybody to take home a copy of the rules. These are our rules that we have in our program. We say them every day. So at this point, our kids that have been here, they know it and they can say it in their sleep. And so they know what the expectations are. So if everybody will just make sure to take one of these home with them. Now, I do want to mention there are 3 things that we do suspend for. We do suspend for running out of a classroom. So in our past, we've had kids that just kind of ran out of the classroom because they didn't like what we were doing. They got upset, and that's a very dangerous situation. We actually had a kiddo that did that and ended up like skinning his arm to pieces, and it was very dangerous. So that is one of the things that we do suspend for. They need to stay with their class at all times. Another automatic suspension reason that we have is if they curse. We do suspend for cursing. And then the last one is physical harm. So intentional physical harm to another just leader does get them suspended. We suspend for a day, and then they can come back to program the next day. Now, what we do is we kind of keep track of those, and so if your child has been suspended, I keep track of it, and then on the fourth suspension, they are dismissed for the rest of the semester. They can come back the next semester, but until then, they have to stay home or have other options for after school. Okay, so that takes care of that. Okay, then, oh, by the way, in my communication technique, I do want to mention when I have my schedule, when there's important dates, I send home a monthly calendar. So you're going to get a hard copy of that. Normally what I do is I give it to the kids and then they take it home, and hopefully they get home. But I also will send you a text message that has a picture of the calendar. And then, and I want to apologize to my mamas and my daddies that were in the summer and we did not do this, but we do have a Facebook group. So on that Facebook group, I put all of our pictures on there, and I take all kinds of pictures and videos. And so, if you're not in the Facebook group, let me know, and I'm going to add you to it. So, I just apologize for not doing that this summer, but you can go back and look at the summer pictures. There's a whole bunch of them there. Yeah. So anyways, the Facebook group is also a good place to get communication for what's going on in our program. Please make sure you're in that Facebook page. Okay. And then let's move on to, okay, so dress code. They can wear what they wear to school, but one of the things that we really have to focus on is our shoes. So we need to have closed-toed shoes, and they need to have a strap on it. So the little flip-flops that walk around, those are not safe here. So we need them to have a strap. Hello, how are y'all? We need them to have a strap, and we need them to be closed-toed. So please make sure that your child has appropriate shoes for program. Water bottles. You are more than welcome to send a water bottle. We do have water bottles here. We wash them once a week, and then we fill them up every day with water, put them in the refrigerator. They get nice and cold, and we pull them out when we get here, and they can have their own water bottle. But if you want to send your own, that's perfectly fine as well. Okay, I want to also mention, I know that I mentioned that we have Sunday morning services, but I also want to mention our Wednesday night that we do. Now, this is something that could change, just depending on, what the congregation decides. But right now, our Wednesday nights, we have a discipleship component to it that is after program time. So it's between 5:30 and 6. And we encourage all of our kids to stay. And usually we give them a little bit of a hearty snack, like a little a barbecue slider or something like that to tie them over, and so that when they leave, they're not starving and really grumpy as they're coming home. So we give them something to kind of tie them over. But it's really special because we have all the kids come together, elementary, middle, and high school. We have a singing time. We have a devotional time. And Mr. Matt, he's been delivering the most awesome messages last year. And so I really encourage you to let your child stay until 6 o'clock on Wednesday nights. And we'll let you know if any of that changes as far as like how Wednesday nights are going to go. But for right now, that's how we're going to do it like that, right? Okay, perfect. Okay, now, before we get into the last part, which is any forms that need to be signed, I want to reiterate something that I sent out in a text message. This is something that we're doing that's different this year. We are doing a different procedure for dismissal. So what we are doing this year is we are only taking home on the bus if you live on our drop-off route and it's an extreme situation, like you don't have a car, or you are at work and you cannot get here to pick your child up and their older sibling cannot drive to get them, something like that. But this year we are requiring all parents and to come and pick their child up, and we will, so what we're kind of envisioning happening here is for dismissal to start between 5 and 5:15 and to kind of get it going then. What we're hoping is going to happen is that we can have 3 teachers running the homework time and structured learning, and then the one that's in charge, which would be me, or the day that Sheila is in charge, that will be the person kind of running drop-off or running pickup. There we go. And so what we're going to ask you guys to do, and this is exciting for us because we kind of had to put this to a stop when COVID happened, but you can come in now. Now you'll have to ring the doorbell because our doors stay locked. But there's a doorbell, you just ring the doorbell and you walk right in. There's a lobby area, and in the lobby area there's going to be a sign-up book. Make sure that you sign your child out before you take them home. And then what you'll do is you'll stand there and the person that's running the show will go and get your child for you and bring them to you. Now, I imagine that if you're coming up between 5 and 5:15, there's going to be other people coming in. So, you know, if you can walk in within, you don't have to ring the doorbell. But if nobody has the door open, just ring the doorbell and one of us will come. So, that's going to be different this year. So bear with us this first week while we kind of figure it out. And remember that we are starting program on Tuesday. Monday is a half day of school. We don't pick up or have program on half days. So remember that program starts on Tuesday. Now, I do have some forms that I do need to be signed. So here's what we're going to do, because this is going to be a good time too as well. If you would like to go ahead and pay, this is a good time for you to do that with me. But what I would like for the people that have not signed the online waivers for their child to go with Miss Sheila. She's going to guide you into the Learning Lab, and in the Learning Lab there's going to be several computers set up, and then you will be able to sign the online form. So let's see, I got Janady. Okay, so Janady, your folks are going to follow Miss Sheila in just a second. And then Alan, if you'll go with Mom, and you guys will follow Miss Sheila. And then, let's see, Caitlin, Harmony, Zyron, they're not here, right? Okay, so that's that. So that's it on the people that need to follow Miss Sheila. And then I have just a few people that I need to sign this form. This is called a FERPA form. What it is it just allows me to go into the school and talk to your child's teacher, to the principal, and this gives me permission to do that. And so I just need a few people to sign this, and I will pass those out to you. And if you don't get one of these and you don't need to pay and you're not having to go with Miss Sheila, you are free to go. So thank you guys. Oh, Mr. Matt's got something. Hold on. One more thing.
One last thing.
One last thing.
With the advent of the learning at home stuff that a lot of us, let's be honest, are fed up with, like the digital classroom, the Chromebook, all that stuff. Knox County Schools is implementing a new inclement weather policy. They're basically, the snow days may be a thing of the past. On days when it snows or ices, your child may still have school that day on the Chromebook. So that's kind of causing a lot of our after-school programs to have to pivot. What it means is there may be a day when the roads are really icy and snowy in the morning, but then by the afternoon all the ice and snow has melted and the roads are safe. And if that happens and the roads are safe, we will come by and pick up your kid and bring them here for after school, even though they didn't go to the school building that day. That's what we're being encouraged to do by Emerald Youth Foundation. So as we start getting into November and December, those cold, wet, icy months, even through, January, February, March, there's going to be a lot of communication based on how our vehicles can navigate the neighborhood. As we move forward, that's why we have been in the past so very intentional about keeping this a community ministry, a neighborhood ministry. So this is just one more reason, if we're going to be providing transportation on days when it's icy and that kind of stuff, especially like later on through the day, we want to make sure that we're not doing any more driving than is necessary.
Yeah. And when last year when we kind of had to start doing it like that, I really tried hard to communicate really well with all the families of how it was going to work, who we were going to pick up and whatnot. So I'm gonna do my best again this year to be just as good of a communicator that I can be. But okay, so if you don't need to sign them, one
I
more.
promise this is the last thing.
One more.
If you have a student in middle school or high school,
Oh, yeah.
your parent meeting for middle and high school kids is Friday at 6:30. So I will see you then. If you have a kid in middle school or high school who's interested in coming to program, your parent meeting is Friday at 6:30. We'll see you then. I promise that's all I got.
That's okay. You say what you want. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna pass these out, and then anybody can pay me that wants to pay. Remember, $50 a Just Leader.